Hey guys, this is Chief JS here. I'm here with minersCode. Hey Miners, what's going on, dude?
Hey guys.
And this is episode 10 of the Mineplex World Records series. But today's going to be a little different because we have a very special guest. Before I get into that, just want to briefly give you a little history. If you're not familiar with the Mineplex World Records, a while back, minersCode, senior mod on Mineplex here, he invented the World Records thread. There's a link below if you want to get to it and check it out. All the world records on Mineplex are housed there on the Mineplex website. And it's a really great thread. There's dozens and dozens of records, and if you want to check it out, go have a look. Along with that, a while back we decided to make a video series and bring the world records to life, and so this is episode 10. But today's a little different. We're going back in time, and we're going to be interviewing a very special guest. Just do a little drum roll please. Special guest introducing Blazespot. What's going on, Blaze?
Hello.
Blazespot, if you are not familiar with him, first of all, I'd be a little surprised to hear that because mostly everybody knows him. Blazespot is best known for being the very first level 100 player to reach level 100. And definitely a huge congratulations on that. And we're here today to talk a little bit about level 100, how we got there, a little bit of history and stuff like that, and then review just how hard it is to actually get to that level 100, because it is a marathon, not a sprint. It does not happen overnight. So as far as Blazespot goes, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and we'll get a little history about you and your history with Mineplex. So first, a couple quick questions for you. Where are you from? How long have you been on Mineplex, and what are your favorite games?
I'm from Michigan.
Okay.
I've been on Mineplex since April 2014.
April 2014, so a little less than 2 years. Wow. And it's
My favorite game is SJ.
survival games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took a look at your stats a little while back, and as soon as we show your stats in a minute or two, we'll probably know why, because that's pretty amazing. So let me just pull up stats here real quick, and we'll take a quick little peek at everything. So Bridges, 291 victories. Castle Siege, you got a bunch. Survival games, 1,268 wins. That's pretty impressive. So how often do you play survival games?
Probably 2 or 3 times a day.
2 or 3 times a day? That's great. So 1,268 wins is pretty good. So Block Hunt, you have a little bit. Skywar, 752. I'm assuming you'll hit 1,000 at some point down the road on that. You have 1,000 in SSM. You have 258 Ultra Hardcore wins. Wow, that's unbelievable. So Miner's another big hitter here with Ultra Hardcore. Mind Strike, 931. Wizards, you got a bunch. Draw My Thing. Type Wars, you got 1 victory. That's pretty good. Master Builders and Champions, 3,000 victories. You are like a killer here with victories. It's unbelievable. Let me go with some mixed arcade games real quick. Dragon, Super Paintball, Snake, Monster Maze, Gladiators, Bacon Brawl, Turf Wars, Dragon Escape, 255, Runner, Micro Battle. You don't play a lot of Micro Battle, do you?
Not really.
Bomb Labbers, 1,400. So you have quite a bit of games with over 1,000 victories. That's pretty impressive. Getting 1,000 victories in multiple games like that. So pretty cool. So, and then as far as world records go, if you guys didn't know, Blazespot, aside from being the first level 100, putting him in an elite club, he's also the first level 100 Titan, which is where he's in the record books. He also has a whole bunch of world records. I'm going to run through them real quick. As of today, I've got 12 world records for Blazespot. First one is Bridges. He has the best win-loss ratio in Bridges, and that's 5.356. He's also got Castle Siege, fastest game. He finished in 8.2 minutes left. Team Deathmatch, most kill assists, 10 kill assists in Team Deathmatch. UHC, best win-loss ratio, 0.763. Wizards, fastest game, 7.8 minutes left. Evolution, best kill-death ratio of 5.297. Most total gems by Titan, not surprised, 4.9 million and change. Highest reward streak, that's the daily reward streak, it's 122 days. And highest reward streak bonus of 282%. Highest vote streak, that's Carl, right? And that's 123 days. And highest vote streak bonus of 183%. And aside from that, the biggest one of all would be the first level 100 in Mineplex history. Way to go, Blazespot, and way to go on the victory on this round too. Nice job. I'm also going to put a link below for Blazespot's YouTube channel. There's some really cool videos on there that he has. Most importantly on there is the level 100 video, which as Blazespot was telling me, it was October 15th of last year that you got level 100?
Yeah.
That's cool. And you managed to record it. The comical part about the recording is, I guess, the game that you had finished, which was Bridges, you ended up 9 XP away from the level 100.
Yep.
And then you went out and played, I guess, around the snake, and I don't think you won, but you ended up breaking the level 100 at that time. Was it like anticipation? What did it feel like when you won? I'm just like, was it like it's over, thank God, or was it like exciting? What was it like at that time?
Wasn't exciting. It was just like finally over.
Got it. Did you have a bunch of friends with you at the time that were watching that knew that you were gonna have it and stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool. And another victory. You just took everybody out in Bacon Brawl. How many kills did you get?
4 kills.
4 kills. Nice. Way to go. 2 in a row. So as far as the gem reward, did you have any idea what the reward was for getting level 100 before you actually got it?
Yes, because if you hover over the achievement, I'm pretty sure it says 20,000 gems.
Oh, it does. 20,000 gems, which I don't know. I have a feeling that that's maybe about 1,000,000 light on the 20,000 gems. You spend an entire year working on getting it, playing religiously, and you end up with only 20,000 gems. But I think they could maybe do a little better than that. But either way, I guess the gems don't really matter when you have over 4 million gems and stuff like that. So. Also on his YouTube channel, there's 2 really cool videos. I guess for you to challenge yourself, it's starting a new series that you were telling me about, the Impossible Challenge series, right?
Yeah.
So he has 2 completions so far on the Impossible Challenge. Do you get these ideas from players or from yourself saying, I'm going to try to do something crazy?
Myself and others.
Okay, cool. So the first one was this Rival Games?
Yeah.
So the Impossible Challenge was to win without any weapon, right?
Yes.
And you managed to end up using a fishing rod and knock the guy into the border and killed him that way, right?
Yeah, and with TNT.
And with TNT. And how many did it take? Do you know how many tries it took you to get to that?
Somewhere around 40.
That's not bad. I was probably gonna guess somewhere in that area, the 40-50 area. So that's pretty cool. The other challenge was your anvil challenge. You decided, was that the challenge, to try to kill someone with an anvil? That was what you had decided to do?
Yeah.
So you have a video here, and it's absolutely amazing. What did you have about? It looked like you had about 9 or 10 anvils you had created. And,
No, it's only 2.
oh, it was only 2. So you had 2 anvils to kill a guy and knock him off, and you're up in that height. That's unbelievable. So if you watch this video, it's a sight to be seen. I don't know how many blocks up in the air you are, but you managed to throw an anvil down on a guy and take him out and kill him and get your achievement. How long did that take to do?
Maybe around 15, 20 games.
Wow, that's not bad either. So way to go. So, and you're working on something right now that I'm not going to ask, but I'm assuming that you are probably working on something now, as far as
Yes.
another challenge.
Yes.
Cool. How much longer do you think it'll take before you accomplish that?
I'm gonna try to upload it by the end of the week.
Oh, so you already finished? Oh, so you've already finished it?
No.
Oh, not yet, but you're going to try to finish it and then get it up
Yes.
by the end of the week. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm sure everybody's looking forward to that because the first 2 challenges that you did, the videos are great. And again, there'll be a link in the video description down below. You can click it, get over to his channel, check him out, leave a like, subscribe, please. And he's got a bunch of cool videos on there, including that level 100, which is a real nice one to take a look at and watch the first person ever to get level 100 on Mineplex. All right, so we're going to ask a couple questions briefly here about your conquest getting over to level 100 and a few things along the way. But going back in time from the date that Mineplex started the levels, which was November 7th of 2014, you completed the level 100 on October 15th of 2015, which was about 11 months. It was 343 days to be exact. And was there any particular game you played that you did the best with as far as leveling up and stuff?
Yeah, probably Skywars.
Skywars?
Yeah, and then before that was UHC. But after the XP update, I've gotten a lot more experience from Skywars instead of UHC.
Gotcha. And what was there any particular times that you? I mean, if I was to ask you, what was the longest time in one day you spent online or in one weekend? Did you like? Is there a crazy amount of time that you were there just working on it?
Not working on the level, but doing the Bridges tournament. For 45 hours.
Oh, wow. It was 45 hours, the Bridges tournament?
Yeah.
Wow. And that counted towards the XP?
Yeah.
And where did you end up in the Bridges tournament?
First.
First place. Congratulations. That's pretty cool. And as far as the whole leveling up thing, at what point, I know we were talking about this earlier, but at what point did you realize, like, hey, I'm getting closer to level 100. I'm going to see how far I can push myself to see if I can get to this? Were you, like, around what level did you kind of realize that you were getting, like, moving along and getting pretty closer at it?
Maybe around level 80.
Around level 80? And going from 80 to 100, which we're going to get to a little bit later, is a pretty impossible accomplishment within itself too. It's a lot of XP to get over there from 80 to 100, which is pretty cool. So, and I will say one thing: if you're ever in a lobby with Blazespot, it's a pretty amazing sight to be seen. There's he's a VIP, and the last time I saw him on a lobby, the entire lobby was going crazy. I call it a lobby explosion, basically, when everyone's chatting and everyone's talking. Does that bother you when everyone's coming after you at one end or another and the chat's going crazy, people asking you questions and stuff like that?
It doesn't really bother me unless people are being rude.
Yes, they're being rude. And I'm just a guess because I'm in the lobbies enough. Half the people love you and half the people maybe say rude things. Am I guessing that right?
Yeah.
And that's probably out of a jealousy thing, I'm going to guess, because they're level whatever and you're level 100 and they're just whatever for whatever reasons. But yeah, so if anyone's listening, please be nice to everyone in the lobby, not just Blazespot, myself, miners, everybody. There's a courtesy out there that you should definitely be. You guys are doing good. The most sheep that can be in a pen at once. Do you guys know what that is?
18.
18. Very good. It was just on Mineplex's Twitter page today, I guess, as a trivia question. Cool. Hey, so aside from going in lobbies and the lobbies going crazy, I'm assuming that when you're playing a game, just as you are now, I saw a few people saying hi to you and stuff. What's it like? Are you a target? Do people want to be on your team? Is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit of both. So you have people chasing after you that want to try to kill you, and then you have people that want to be in your team. I don't know. Watching you play and dominate like this, I'm definitely the guy that wants to be on your team every single time. So pretty impressive gameplay right here. So, and would you have any advice, like someone going for level 100? What you would suggest, recommend? Any recommendations along the way?
Yeah. Don't try harder. Just take your time with it, because you'll get bored eventually. Just
Gotcha.
Try hard the whole entire time.
Yeah, and I think miners, you agree with. What do you think? You would agree with that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when we get into the numbers on getting to level 100, and you just see how difficult it really is and how time consuming it really is. You know, you have to kind of mentally, yes, you're looking at yourself and looking at your number and you're staring at it, which I've done myself, but at the same time, you do have to realize it is going to take a very, very long time to get to level 100 from any level, which is just pretty amazing. So, all right, as we spectate one in the quiver, one final question. I'm going to ask both of you guys this. Been kind of thinking about a one wish for Mineplex series, and I've been asking a few people around, if you had one wish for Mineplex, what would it be? So, Blazespot, you have a wish?
Yeah. Probably add a leaderboard so I can track it instead.
Add a leaderboard? Got it. I think that's a great wish. That is really a great wish, so I like that idea. How about you, miners?
I'd say probably focus on fixing what is wrong with the current games instead of focusing on pushing out new ones.
Gotcha. Another good answer. I'll give you guys both 2 thumbs up, so pretty good. At this point in time, if I had a wish, I think anti-hack improvements would probably be on the top of my list at this point in time. I think it's a pretty important thing, and I read about it, hear about it, and see it visually all the time, and it would also make miners' job a little bit easier, too. Wouldn't have to worry about all the reports and dealing with all the people that shouldn't be playing on the server. So, So going back to the day that Mineplex actually launched the levels, there was a very small paragraph within a Mineplex press release. I'm going to put it up on the screen now, and just talked about levels. It really didn't mention very much. It didn't say very much. It just said, now we're going to have some levels. You're going to have a number next to your name. This is what it means. As you gain experience, your numbers will move up a little bit. And I have to be honest, I don't think many people really paid much attention to that right away, but it didn't take very long for the world to kind of figure out, the Mineplex community to figure out that, hey, this number keeps going up, and it becomes a little bit competitive in the sense that, you know, whoever's got the highest number has, you know, a lot of respect and is a pretty good player. And, you know, looking deeper at the number now, over a year later, you know, when you see numbers, I mean, it does create some sort of an emotional aspect to your perception about a person, your perception about the player, and yourself as well. And there are a lot of emotions involved, and I've talked to a few different people, and I'm just going to list a few of them and then talk about it and ask you guys a couple questions. But there's definitely emotions of respect. There's appreciating someone who's done really well in Mineplex and their success. There's some jealousy involved. Definitely, I have that all the time. I definitely have some jealousy towards the level 100 and anyone above me. There's also some trust in a player who's pretty good that you trust. There's hope that maybe you can get there. There's amusement in that, you know, hey, here's a great player. I want to watch him play. This is exciting enough to watch Blazespot play here. And then there's some ones that, you know, some people who aren't the happiest out there that, you know, might have, such as disgust, pity, anger, and hate. You know, I just because you're a high level, I don't like you. And, you know, disgust. All they do is play Mineplex all day, which we know is not true. They're good players, and they've earned XP by playing really well, as we watch Blazespot play right here, which is really impressive. So, if after going over that with you guys, do you agree with me? Is there any particular emotion out there that you think, when you look at a player, that you guys would be able to kind of correlate with? Blaze? I'll let you fight. Miners, why don't you go first?
All right. So basically, whenever I see like a fairly high level player, I usually don't view them with jealousy.
Okay.
I mean, sort of, I have a little bit of respect for them because I know that for the most part they gain that level. They put their time and dedication into getting that, and I have a respect for that.
That's nice. Blazespot, way to go. Nice game there. That was fun watching you there. Do you you want to chime in on the answer too, on the question?
Yeah. For me, I don't really care what another person's level is. Like, they can come from another server that practices PvP all day. Never been on my Mineplex before. But to other people, it's angry. Like, everyone's angry at each other. High levels are angry at the low levels are angry at the high levels.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's kind of gone in with the early part of Titan rank too, unfortunately, when the Titans first came out and all that, there was, for some reason, I don't understand why, all that negativity towards Titans in the beginning, which kind of made no sense to me at all. So, and I'm just glad that that's kind of dissipated a little bit and is kind of gone. Yeah, on my end, you know, I look at the higher level players as, you know, definitely respect and trust. Seeing someone that's that high up, I know they've played a lot. I know they're very good at something within Mineplex. There's a game or a couple games that they're good at. There's definitely a little jealousy for me, and I have to tell you, I see these high levels, especially if I'm playing a game that I'm good at, and I always check their stats. I want to see, you know, is this a challenge? And I kind of want to know, you know, although someone can walk in for the first time and destroy me and get their first victory ever in a game, but usually when you see a high level person who's got a lot of wins in the game that you're playing, you know you're in for a little bit of a battle, which is kind of cool. So, but you know, the whole level thing, it's not going away anytime soon. And as we move forward in time, you'll start to see a lot more players getting up in the way upper digits. And as we know, there's a whole bunch of players that are nearing that level 100. Although going from 90 to 100 does take quite some time. And you guys are good at this. Unbelievable.